Eyewitness confirms LeBron James and Michael Jordan unrecorded incident as more evidence on Ohio game emerges. I was unguardable is how LeBron James described himself when he played at Michael Jordan's camp as a high school sophomore. The only proof of it that exists, a photograph of James and His Airness together. The NBA community has wondered how the atmosphere of the camp must have been. In particular, what did the Battle of the GOATs really look like? All that's known, though, is that they played together on the same team. While MJ was arguably the attraction, the King did announce himself, and he did so by leaving Jaws on the floor. Tim Hardaway Sr., another one of the NBA players present at the camp, recently spoke about the day with Draymond Green and Baron Davis. His outlook was a little different. In his account of that camp, James didn't dazzle regularly because he had just recovered from a broken wrist. But even with that injury, one play stunned the entire crowd. He came down on a fast break, and we thought he was going to pass. The took off from the free throw line. He just took off, the Heat legend described. The sad part, LeBron James missed the dunk. It was like in slow motion. The just took off. And I was like, Dan, he just missed and the ball slipped out of his hand, he said on the Draymond Green show. Still, it gave a glimpse of what the future of the NBA was going to look like. I mean, for a 16, 17-year-old kid to come in and do something like that. And he was making shots, playing defense, passing the ball. You could feel his presence. You knew that he was going to be that motherfucker in the NBA, said Hardaway Sr. Fast forward 25 years and LeBron James is still leaving the modern generation dumbfounded. At the age of 40, the Akron Hammer is still an unstoppable being. Although he may not jump as high or run as fast, there is still venom in his step, and he has already managed to claim a few victims this season. The Miami Heat legend wasn't the only NBA player present in the gym to witness the sensational young prospect. Amongst them was another youngster hungry to prove his worth in front of the NBA crowd. Metta World Peace, at the time just 20 years old, was part of Jordan's camp, and he too was equally in awe. The former defensive expert spoke about it on Paul George's podcast in May last year. All he could think about when watching James was, I was not like that at 15. The NBA legend was convinced that even 3 years before getting drafted, LeBron James could have easily boasted NBA-level skills. He's coming into the gym and I'm like, cool, I want to see what he got. LeBron, was cooking. Like he was 15 or 16. Posting, getting to the basket, and I'm like, this is going to be a huge issue, Metta World Peace admitted. But it did something good for the former Pacers forward. Having a knowledge of what to expect in the coming years motivated the former Defensive Player of the Year. His off-season regimen was grueling. Still, in the 21 games they played, LeBron James won 13. Moreover, he did so by averaging close to 27 points per game. King James dominated our meets on average with an 80% success rate. He was strong enough to keep up with my strength, and he succeeded, he admitted on Twitter.